endorphins, we fly. I miss the puppy love, the crushes and the blushes, and playing stock market with the contents of our lunches. Back in the day, the colors were so much more vibrant. When you had something to say, you didn't stay silent. Cause back in the day, the magic was still there. Cause back in the day, you were blind and unaware. Just a blink of an eye, a decade will pass you by, leaving you jaded, cynical, hollow inside. No butterflies, they flew south for the winter, never to return. Your outlook remained too bitter. But tone it down, kid, take a fucking breath. You're making a mess with all this pessimistic intellect. Tone it down, kid, yeah, take a step back. Focus on what you got, no, not what you lack. See, life is a puzzle, you collect the pieces as you go. Step one is to recognize you only have limited control. Life is a puzzle and the borders run defined. Infinite is the climb from rock bottom to cloud nine. And trust me, I know firsthand this voyage can suck. My ship has been sunk countless times by dumb luck. The loss of innocence, there are no words to describe it. It's an unavoidable rung, and like death there's no denying it. So I guess I'm here to tell you, you're gonna trip and fall. But get your ass up, cause it's a long fucking haul. Your paradigm will shift, transform, and even shatter. It's your immediate move after that really matters. I ain't the catcher in the rye, though I can't say I haven't tried. But when I truly analyze it, I see it as a lie. When we each reach that age, it's inevitable that we plunge. You can only go so far before the purity's expunged. Take me back in the day when the only desire was fun. Before the politics, the egos, masquerades, and the drugs. Before I stopped believing, before I lost faith. Before my entire world revolved around the task of saving face. Before the act of sex was even an option. Before every single action had to be measured with caution. Before we had the attention spans it took to hold a grudge. Before we all tried to play God and be the ultimate judge. Back in the day, I wanna go back in the day. Back in the day, take me back in the day. Back in the day, I wanna go back in the day. Take me back in the day, back in the day. But nah, it can't happen, kid, retreat is not a choice. Gotta stand solid on your feet, grit your teeth and keep your poise. Gotta shuffle the pieces around in order to make them fit. Cognitive dissonance has no place when you're trying to get a grip. And time is a trip, it ain't easy to understand. And that confusion will expand when you throw nostalgia in the mix. Not saying it's bad to reminisce, but take that fix in moderation. Cause the grass is always greener, that applies to memory formation. Yeah, back in the day, life wasn't as complex. But back in the day, you were itching for that stress. So go ahead and live today like it's back in the day. Come on, wild out like it's 1998. There is no stopping it, the clock is ticking. Every moment is precious, the novelty's slipping. The clock is ticking, the novelty's slipping. The clock is ticking, the novelty's slipping. You wanna go back in the day, one day that day will be today. You wanna go back in the day, one day that day will be today. You wanna go back in the day, one day that day will be today. Cause today is tomorrow's yesterday. So don't let it get away, don't let it pass you by. You don't wanna be the old man with regret in his eye. Now the cost is too high, melancholy must be rash. Balanced in such a fashion that it doesn't tread upon the passion.